Alright. Hey there, YouTube. This is recorded off my phone, so hopefully the voice is okay. And the lighting, I'm not sure, that's why I kinda put in the light. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Whoever and however many of you stop by to look at this video, what's up? Blessings to you and yours. And here's a quick update because the Vivitar died on me. Maybe I'll make this video again tomorrow on the Vivitar, but in case I don't and I have stuff fresh in my mind and I got the energy right now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I've been up to, what's changed, what hasn't changed, that sort of thing. So now it is November 26th, or the 27th I guess now because it's 1:30 in the morning, and it's a full moon. So that's why I probably have a little more energy tonight. I did not a ritual, but I gave offerings to my goddess Hecate. And then after that I went outside, gave some offerings to the moon. I gave 2 dragon's blood incense and 1 cup of water. And I left some items out there so they could be blessed and stuff. And I'll show you those items later at another date, but for now I'll just call them my magical items. But anyways, quick update I guess. So I haven't put up a video in about 2 years, or a little over 2 years, and I still go on YouTube about every day probably actually. And so an update. Well, like I said, it's November 27th, getting closer to Christmas. Also December 21st, 2012. Ba ba ba. But I don't know. To me, it's not really. It's a time of transition, but not so much end of the world as it is an end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. But that's a whole nother topic, so we won't even get into that. But what I will say is that an update is I had a job for a little while, maybe a week, little over a week, got canned from there. It was telemarketing, shit sucked. But anyways, after that, I'm still looking for a job, still job hunting, got to put more applications out there, but whatever. But as for my magical practice, I'm giving offerings, which I didn't do before in my practice. I'm giving offerings to the goddess Hecate about 3 days, like minimum 3 days to 4 days, or maybe 5 days, and that's it. I mean, I refill her offerings every 3 to 5 days. I give her fresh water, I give her some new food, I give her some incense, and I thank her. I read her a little invocation and a thank you, speak from my heart, of course. And it's been working pretty good, I must say. Like, back in the beginning when I was barely figuring out my path and barely working, because I don't know if I said, I'm pretty sure I said this, like, I've only worked out of books, and so it's been a little crappy not having a teacher. I mean, YouTube has been like one of the best allies that I have, well, the YouTube people on here. So thanks, YouTube people, whoever, if I subscribe to you, thank you so much. You help out a lot. And, also, now that I give offerings to the goddess Hecate about 3 days, 4 days, or 5 days, I know now that, like, the power and the energy that I put into it, and if I leave something on her altar, it'll be charged. Like, I know that. There's no doubt. Like, I could feel the energy the next day. Like, my hands will get warm, or, it'll get, like, tingly, or whatever it is. It's more tangible. I could feel the energy more when I leave something on her altar, and then I pick it up the next day. So that's pretty tight. I like that. I haven't been able to see her or anything like that. Of course, I could feel her presence and her power and know when I call her, she's going to be there. That I do know. I haven't been able to see her yet, but I haven't meditated in a long time. That's another video that I want to talk about meditations and people's views on that. But for now, I'll just say that I haven't done that in a while. And I haven't done any, like, vision. I tried a vision quest with her once or twice. Didn't really get too far. I don't know, my mind for some reason wasn't visualizing the stuff. But yeah, so I'm getting into conjure work, a little bit of hoodoo without the psalms and stuff and the prayers out of the Bible. So mostly the herbs and, like, I guess it'd be root work, because I'm working with herbs and with roots and learning how to wake them up and to call on their spirit within them. I got Orion Foxwood's book, which is called The Candle and the Crossroads, which is good. It's pretty heavy though, so it talks a lot about the spirit of the self and doctoring the root, as he would say. Very cool term, doctoring the root. But it's about your soul, and it's about how in the end of the book, which I like and which I haven't seen in any other book that I've ever gotten, is it tells you how to wake up the root. It tells you how to wake up the spirit of the herb. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Anyways, so I'm getting into conjure work. I'm getting into like southern folk magic. I'm really getting into right now. I like this stuff. I'm trying to get into like anything that has to do with folk stuff, like maybe curandissimo, like a stuff that is natural of the people, and like the egg cleansings or like the old school wives' tales that for some reason just work. Don't know how they do, but they do. Okay, so I'm getting into a lot of that. Getting, not further away from witchcraft because witchcraft is always a part of my path. That won't ever change, I don't think. Um, but I'm getting into more of the earthy stuff, more of the, getting my hands dirty in a sense. I have all these bottles that I've started to collect because I want to make oils and I want to put like bath salts and tinctures and potions and all these protection things, a bunch of different things I want to do. So I'm going to do an update video when I start making more of those. I've made a couple things since I've been on YouTube, and I won't talk about them. There was one video where I was talking about a while back about creating a little bit of spell with planetary magic and stuff like that. Ended up being a bust. Not that it didn't work, I just didn't go through with like the candle didn't burn all the way, and I stopped burning it and a bunch, some other crap. So I just didn't do the follow up. So I screwed myself over on that one. If anyone was wondering. And I'll give you more of an update at a later time. But until then, man, and women, and witches, and magical practitioners, and awesome people that watch my video, have, a very, very, very blessed day and night. And may the gods watch over and protect you, and empower you with their love and their protection. God's bless, hail, and praise be to Hecate. See you guys.